Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a full face of makeup from Essence. So recently CVS announced their Epic Beauty event, which is happening, well, it would have been this previous week by the time you see this video. And so as I was looking, I found that they had all of their products from Essence for 50% off. So I decided that today we're going to do a full face of products from Essence. And so I have everything here. The only thing that I did not purchase was a mascara because I already have some Essence mascaras. As you probably have seen, I constantly use the Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara. So this is a tried and true that I keep a lot, but today I want to continue testing the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. It's the one in the green tube. I also have these two from Essence, the Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Curl and Hold. So I have the Lash Extension and the Curl and Hold. I also have the Lash Princess Sculpted Volume. So I already know I love these two from Essence that are under $5. So since I do have the purple, I also had the red and the waterproof. I gave the waterproof one away because I have found that waterproof mascaras give me a headache. And then I gave the red one to my sister, which I'm almost thinking that was the one I liked the most out of this line. But today we will go ahead and try these two from Essence, one on each eye. So all I've done so far is just spray my face with some Catrice, and we are going to go ahead and start with the first product, which is going to be brows. So here we have the Essence Eyebrow Designer Pencil. This is in the shade 05 Soft Blonde, and instead of a spoolie, it comes with this little brush on the cap, and it is a pencil. So let me tell you the prices of this stuff. So this is originally $1, well, was it $1.99 originally? Yeah, $1.99, and I got it for 77 cents. So let's go ahead and brush up the brows. Oh, that works, but it's weird. All right, let's see. This color seems like it should be okay. I probably could have gone one shade darker. Seems to be applying pigment nicely. Yeah, it actually seems to be working nicely. I mean, a pencil isn't my preferred favorite because you do have to make sure that you are keeping it sharpened, like it's not retractable where you can just click it back up or twist it back up. So, I mean, that's a little bit of an inconvenience, but honestly, for 77 cents, that's pretty darn good. I've tried worse ones, like the one from LA Girl. Not that the formula was bad, but the color was terrible. It's very soft. It's very natural, which again, that may be due to the color I got, which was that soft blonde color. I don't like that the cap keeps twisting, so when I go to brush up my brows, it kind of like throws it off balance. Okay, my brows look nice. It looks really natural. For this brow pencil, I would say it's good for someone who already has a lot of hair in their brows, but just wants to like fill in a little bit of sparse areas with some color. If you're actually lacking in brow hairs, I don't think this is going to look natural enough to kind of fill in where you've lost. Like, it's going to look like you drew on with a brow pencil. But I mean, it's not bad by any means. I actually really like that. I think that's nice. I feel like it gave me a very nice, natural, light brow. So kudos to Essence on that one. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with some Milani eyeshadow primer because I do have an eyeshadow palette and I want to give it a fair try. Alright, and while that dries, we are going to play with the Bonjour Montreal eyeshadow palette. Here's what I picked up. This was originally $9.99. I got it for $3.85. And that isn't just half price. I also had some coupons and extra bucks that I obviously put onto the order. So here is what it looks like. So let me show you swatches. All right, and here we have the palette swatched. Honestly, they're very creamy feeling, which is kind of unexpected. I mean, I've never used Essence palette before, so I really can't speak to the formula. This is the first palette that I've ever had from Essence, so I'm excited to play with it. They had quite a few to choose from on CVS, but this one just seemed to pique my interest. So we have 3 mattes, and then the rest are kind of like shimmery colors. Very interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into this. So I am, let's see, what color? The only problem is, like, we have this really nice shade to set the eyelid with, and then we have like these good darker outer corner shades, but there's nothing matte for the transition, like in your crease. Here's what I think I'm going to do. Make sure my brush is clean. We don't want to repeat of last time when I accidentally put orange eyeshadow all over my face. I think I'm going to kind of tap into this brown and this color to kind of create a transition shade. Oh, this has a mirror, by the way. That's nice. Okay, let's, with that same brush, I'm going to tap back into that light color and just buff around the edge. Okay, this is the only shade I have issues with, this one right here. It even swatched kind of chunky, and it's still coming off kind of chunky. Let's go in with some of this gold color right here on a large flat shader brush. Let's just try it dry and see what we get as far as pigment and payoff. Oh, not bad. I'm impressed. I'm getting some fallout, but wow, look at that payoff. Okay, then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to take some of this shade. Actually, I think I'm going to use that shade for the inner corner. Okay, let's go ahead and finish with the gold. Pack that on top. Wow. Lots of fallout. Look at that. Lots of fallout. So beware of that. Then I'm going to take this brush, whatever that is, like a little pencil brush, and go in with some of this brown on the outer corner. Alright, and then I'm just going to go back over with that first brush and just pop into a little bit of this light color and blend that up and out. That's not bad. I don't know if I'd pay $10 for this, because you can get some really good palettes for cheaper from Profusion and like the little quads from e.l.f. But if you can get it 50% off, maybe, yeah. I don't know if I would pay $10 for this though. It's not bad. So let me do this on the other eye and I'll be right back. I used to have a eyeliner from Essence, but I think I got rid of it because it was waterproof. So I'm going to try to pull in some of this color as our liner. So I am just going to take this eyeliner brush from e.l.f. and see what we can do and just press it right along the lash line. Sometimes it helps if you get it wet to give you a little bit more pigment as well, just like with the shimmer shade. Okay, so that's giving me a little something. It probably would have been better if I had a mirror where I could like hold my eye and really get it up close, but I don't really have that right now, so there's that. It's not bad. Again, I don't know if I would pay $10 for this, but it's not a bad palette by any means. And there are a lot of other color options as well, like in this, whatever you call this, like their location line, I don't know. Like they have Montreal and Sydney and New York and a bunch of other location-based themed eyeshadow palettes. So let's go ahead and move on to mascara. Let me curl these lashes here. Definitely my biggest gripe isn't even pigment. I feel like the pigment's nice. It's the fallout and the lack of, I think they could have took away that one really chalky, kind of chunky shade and put in a nicer transitional matte color. So that's really my biggest gripe with that. Alright, so on this eye, we're going to go in with the False Lash Effect mascara. So here is what the wand looks like. Very wet formula. And then on this eye, we'll go in with the Sculpted Volume, and this is a curved wand. Okay, I think we're gonna let that dry and we'll come back and take a look. I'm curious to see if they drop my curl at all. So green on this side, purple on this side. So let's go ahead and move on while those dry. But here's kind of the initial, how they're looking. So they didn't have any type of foundations available from Essence on CVS, but they did have the Essence My Skin Perfector Tinted Primer Instant Blur Effect Natural Matte Finish. And this is in the shade 05 Fair Neutral. Now, I did swatch this on my hand the other day, and it did, I feel like, give my hand a nice blurred effect. So let me swatch a little bit of this for you. Again, this is 05 Fair Natural. So you can see just a little bit of the tint. It definitely has a dimethicone-y feel. Let's see. Yeah, dimethicone. It says a lightweight mousse texture with a velvety feel that makes pores optically disappear while leaving skin looking smooth with a natural matte finish. Can be worn alone for natural coverage or under foundation for smoother makeup application and enhanced coverage. Okay, so today we're just going to use this over. It almost feels like it would be better with my hands than a sponge. Let's try a little bit. Oh, let me tell you the price of this. This is originally $7.49, got it for $2.89. And like I said, I don't have any other primers on. All I did was spray with the Catrice. Oh, I should have done one side. Oh, wow. Yeah, that definitely smooth. Now, I know you can still see my redness. I get that. But my face is so smooth and blurred looking. Like, even my chin and my lines right in here are so smooth. This might be an excellent product for like those no makeup days. Like, I could see myself use, like, I'm already creating a video in my head. I could see myself totally rocking this, the Stila One Step Correct, which would take out that redness, this tinted primer, and then this e.l.f. brightening concealer. I can see it happening. That's gonna have to be a video because I'm already formulating in my mind. But wow, I am thoroughly impressed by this product. Even my forehead, I definitely think using your fingers and really massaging it into your skin is definitely the way to go. So hey, I love when makeup works. All right, so next we'll use this to get a little bit more coverage. We have the Essence Camouflage Plus Matte Concealer, and this is its waterproof and tattoo covering. Well, guess who's about to test that claim at the end of this video? Okay, this is in the shade 10 Light Rose, and let's see, this was $3.99, got it for $1.54. Definitely a nice color for me, so let's go ahead. It's very liquidy. Like, I know concealers are liquidy, but this feels extra liquidy. I feel like I'm going to let that sit for just a little bit to potentially build up some coverage. And I'm curious to see how this concealer potentially affects that tinted primer. So, go ahead and grab my sponge here. Let's go ahead and start with the chin. That's not really doing anything for my purple. Like, this area looks nice, but like my purple under my eyes, not so much. Like, my under eyes look brightened, but again, I don't feel like it did anything for the purple. I'm going to take a little bit of that onto my cheeks to kind of conceal some of this redness and make it match so I don't have like that stark line of division. Okay, it looks a little dry, but as far as that kind of blurred effect, it still remains pretty darn blurred, honestly. Okay, that definitely does not need powder. Like, that is matte. I'm just going to tap it out with my finger. I don't feel like that needs set with powder. Actually, I don't feel like I need set with powder at all, to tell you the truth. That's weird, because that was so liquidy going on, and then it like dries matte. So I mean, the claim is correct, and we're going to try at the end of this video to see if it can cover my tattoo or not. Alright, so let's move on. Okay, next let's go ahead and do blush and highlight. I decided to pick up their blushlighter. This is a gradient powder blush, and this is in the shade 04 Peachy Dawn. So let me swatch these for you. So here is the blush, here is the highlighter. And let me get kind of a all over swatch that I'll put in the middle. Okay, so now you can see here's the blush. Here's kind of an all over swatch, like I just ran my finger across the whole pan. And then here is the highlight. So I decided to get this because I actually owned the Pure Nude, like, Be My highlight. I owned that highlight a long time ago, and honestly, I was not a fan of it. I know it's a cult classic for a lot of people. Like, it is a tried and true ride or die product. But for me, I just felt like it was a little bit too dark, to tell you the truth, and it gave me kind of an odd cast. So I actually ended up returning it. So when I seen this, I thought this looked light enough that this could do the trick. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to kind of stay over on this side for the blush, kind of keeping out of the highlight area. See, I've really been enjoying sweeping my blush up to my temples, which is a method I learned out of that following a Jamie French tutorial. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it for you above or below, or above and below. It was from her beauty school textbook, and so I have kind of been just doing that method ever since. I feel like it really does just lift your face. That's a really pretty color. Again, it's very natural looking. I really like it, actually. That's another great product for a no makeup look. It's sitting very nicely on top of this tinted primer with that kind of concealer combination. And I like how it's got a little bit of sheen to it, because it does have obviously some of that highlighter mixed in. So I'm noticing a problem. It looks nice everywhere. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, except for right here. My skin looks a little dry and scaly. But I'm thinking that is the concealer, not the tinted primer. Because up here, it looks gorgeous. Yeah, this side too. Just like right there. Looks a little dry and crepey. A little dragon scaly. But this area looks gorgeous. So I'm thinking maybe that concealer is not the best for that, like, no makeup kind of a day. Alright, so let's do highlight. And I'm going to go in on this side. Honestly, I don't feel like I need highlight with this product, because it already has kind of that natural glow to it, but we'll just kind of amp it up a little bit. Yeah, this is gorgeous. This is great. And they have a few colors. They have one that looked really pretty. It was like a darker berry color. This is another one that's going to go in that no makeup look. So I love that. It's like Wet n Wild has that one. Okay, so I have this, also called a blushlighter from Wet n Wild. However, they are in two separate pans, which is nice in one way, but it's almost like the blush has too much shine in it of itself. And then if you add in the highlight, it's like too much shine and luminosity. This, on the other hand, is interesting because it really is matte on this side, and then the shine is on this side. So it's like just enough that it gives you this glow. Like, I don't think I would have even needed to add the highlighter for like a no makeup natural kind of a look. But I really like that. Like, it's just that matte shimmery enough that it looks really nice. That's a good product. Did I tell you how much that was? It was $5.99 and I got it for $2.31. So now let's go into bronzing and contour. I got this palette, the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder Palette, and I got it because I wanted the different shades. I did used to have the Luminous Matte pan thing, but I'm pretty sure I got rid of that because it was so old. So I wanted to pick this up, and this product is originally $9.99 and I got it for $3.85. So let's go ahead and take the cover off. I haven't even swatched this yet. Ooh, like that. That's a nice color for someone who's a lot deeper. Okay, so let's go in with this shade right here. I think I'm gonna go in with this diffuse brush. I'm kind of gonna go in between these two, sticking mostly to that lighter color. It's coming, is it coming off a little too yellow? I'm thinking that might be the light shade. Let's go in this shade a little bit and see. Oh, I'm unsure about this one. I am going to take a little bit of this shade and attempt to contour. It might be too dark. take this brush and blend that out. It's like not moving. I'm gonna take a little bit of that light shade over it. Still don't think I like that. And then here I am gonna put it on my nose because I'm a glutton for punishment, I guess. Okay, so the nose contour took me a minute to work it out. It's not the best, but I think I have it in an okay spot. I still think these lines on my cheeks are a little too harsh. So for me, I don't know. I think it's a good product. I think that it's great that it's a 4-pan palette. I think the tones are wrong for me being so fair skinned. If you're deeper skinned, especially if you're someone warmer skin, like a medium deep warm tone person, you may really enjoy this palette. I think the tones are going to work a lot better for you than for me. So that's not a great one for me because of the color, not because of the product or the formula or anything like that. I think the formula is nice, very easy to blend. All right, so let's go ahead and do lips and then we'll finish the eyes. So the last product I have here is one of these little lipsticks from them. Let's see what this is. Essence, this is nude lipstick in the shade 03 Bold. This is $3.99 and I got it for $1.54. So here is a swatch. Ooh, I already like it. I already like it. I'd like more if I could find my mirror. Alright, so let's go ahead and apply this. Alright, so there is that. It's just a traditional bullet lipstick. It's really nice. It's very creamy. It actually reminds me, let me see. Are these the same color? Yeah. This is very similar to my favorite lipstick from LA Girl in Snuggled. It's just a little bit warmer in tone. It's not so cool tone of pink. So yeah, that's really pretty. Again, that was in the shade 03 Bold. Very creamy, very nice. All right. So let's go ahead and finish up the under eye. What are we gonna do here? Okay, so let's take a look at the mascara too. Honestly, I don't see a big difference. I would say this side looks just a tad bit clumpier. This side looks a tad bit more lengthened. Okay, so this side was supposed to be volume, and this side was supposed to be false lash effect. But I feel like this side has more length actually. Okay, I did go ahead and I sprayed a little bit more Catrice before we went in with the lower eyes because I wanted to do it before going in with mascara. So let's take a look. So here's the mascara. I mean, this definitely gave me more dramatic lower lash. But honestly, I have to say I think I'm inclined to like the purple, the sculpted volume, more than the false lash effect. Something about it is more my cup of tea, I guess. So for me, I would have to say I really like this blushlighter. I think this is really, really nice in the fact, I know it's like a one-pan thing and some people get kind of up in arms about that, but I like how this is matte. And then it has like this gradient. I don't know. I just really like it. I think it looks really good. It's going to be good for no makeup kind of day, as well as this Essence tinted primer. I like that it gave a little bit of coverage, and I think that this with the Kitten Skin Correct is going to be a good combination. I also like the lipstick. It isn't anything revolutionary or like amazing just because I already have the LA Girl one that I like. That's very similar. The brow pencil, again, I think is going to be good for a no make. This is a lot of no makeup kind of products. Because it did give me such a natural brow, it's not as dark or as intense as when I go in with my Wet n Wild retractable pencil or like my NYX Lift and Snatch. So these three products will definitely be coming in a future video. The eyeshadow palette, nah. The matte bronzing powder palette I think is actually really nice. This is in the shade 10, better than Vacation Tan. It's just a little too warm for me. The shades are just, like I said, just a tinge too yellowy warm. So I think if you have a different skin tone, those could definitely work really well for you. The concealer, I'm not a super fan of, and as far as the mascara, even though I prefer this purple one, I think I'm still going to stick with the Volume Stylist, which I know I didn't use today, but I used in a lot of other videos. I can't talk. A lot of other videos. So, as promised, we are going to see if the Camouflage Matte Concealer from Essence can cover up my tattoo. So, I currently don't have anything on my tattoo, and I am just going to take 2 swipes of this across, and
and just blend it in with a sponge and then let it dry. Okay, so there is one coat of the concealer over the tattoo. I'm going to give that a second to dry, and then we will try a second coat. Okay, going in with a second coat. Again, I'm just going to take 2 swipes of the concealer. Technically, maybe 3. And let's go ahead and blend this out as well. Okay, so there is 2 coats of the concealer. Did it cover the tattoo? Not completely. I mean, I can still see it. So is this tattoo covering? I'm going to have to say no.
Thank you for watching this video. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.